Hello and welcome to Friday Night with Jonathan Ross, and the country is feeling great again. Don't we feel great again, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, we do, because the sun is out, the recession's over. And best of all, England are going to the World Cup finals. That's who would have guessed we'd ever be back there. The competition, of course, is in South Africa, so the players will have to be careful, you know? I mean, Wayne Rooney may try and attempt to escape back into the wild. Then again, they might learn some things out there on safari. You can just imagine Peter Crouch, can't you? What's that animal there? It's a giraffe, Peter. He's very tall. As for the lightning-fast cheetah, Cheryl said she'll kill him if he tries it again. Let's have a look and see who's in my green room for your entertainment this evening. My first guest is an actor, a comedian, an author, one of the stars of QI. That's one of the funniest shows on TV. Mr. Alan Davis, ladies and gentlemen, there he is. Looking loose and yet alluring, as always. Good to see you, Alan. Thanks for coming back on.
Good evening, nice to be here.
Mr. Alan Davis. My next guest is an American actress. She starred with Will Smith in Hit. She was in Training Day with Denzel Washington. Of course, my special favourite, she was in Children of the Corn 5, Fields of Terror. She likes being reminded of that one. Eva Mendes, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Wow. God bless you. How lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining us. Tonight we have some superb music for you. His album is #1 in the charts. He's one of the most exciting young singer-songwriters in Britain. I'm thrilled he's on the show. Mr. Jamie T, ladies and gentlemen, there he is. Hey, Jamie. Hello. All right, you look at him and Alan, it's Dress Down Friday here on the show. Casual. OK, and also on the show we have, he'll be chatting to me, he'll also be singing for us, one of the biggest superstars in the world, Mr. What if it's not who you think it is? No, of course, ladies and gentlemen, you know it is. He's over here to do Prom in the Parks. It's Mr. Barry Manilow. There he is. Now, I love a biscuit. During the summer, I'm off having a break. I'm sure many of you had a break as well. I hope so. And I love not working. Who doesn't love not working? You're lying around, you're not working. And when I'm relaxing, you know, I just fill my time. You know, I read a little bit, I do this. But I love to watch TV. I was in America. I was relaxing with the wife family. And I'm watching all those adverts selling you stuff on TV. You know, and they're very persuasive. They sell you blenders and floor mops and little chamois leathers that you keep wringing out and they absorb like gallons and gallons and gallons of water. I bought some of them, OK? And then I see the exercise adverts and I get very excited. So I bought some and I phone up. I like talking to the people who are selling it because they're always obviously reading off a script. And I like to make them improvise a bit. So I'll phone up and I'll put on voice and go, "Hello, I saw your advert for the new abdominal exercise machine. I'd love to buy one." And the guy just goes, "Yes, sir. Would you like to buy one or would you like it shipped immediately?" "I don't know. Tell me about what offers you have in store." And my wife says, "Then let the poor man just get on with his job." But then, you know, I'm not cruel. I buy the product sometimes. And I bought this thing here, which is... You enjoy that? This is to exercise your abdominal muscles. And I tell you, I wish you could see me. I look like an overdeveloped snake right now. It's unbelievable, my midriff. It's bulging. And so I bought this, and I'm going to show you how this works, OK? And I thought maybe, because we've got guests on the show, and let's face it, they all look a little bit, you know, like they could do with a workout, I'd offer them the opportunity, because I think you'll enjoy this, because it's good for you doing it, but people watching seem to enjoy it as well, OK? So I'll show you. This is... You get your knees in here, and it's exercise this. Are you ready? Here we go. Hey, this is like Alan Deck's Saturday Takeaway this week, isn't it? All right, I'm going to leave that out there. I'm going to see if I can encourage the guests. I've already mentioned it. I think Alan Davis is up to it. Eva Mendes said, "Over your dead body." Come on, Eva, you'll hop on it for me, won't you?
No.
What is it supposed to do?
Absolutely not.
What's wrong with you?
Yes, what does it do? It looks like it would give you a backache.
Yes, it does give you a backache, but
yes.
It gives you a flat front.
Gives you a flat front?
I don't want a flat front.
No,
I like flat.
Come on, Ava, you'll go on and do a few calories, won't you?
No.
Barry, you'll go on, won't you?
No.
What's wrong? What's wrong with both of you?
I may possibly go on. I'm thinking about it. Thinking about it.
Ava's resolve is weakening. All we got to do now is work on Baz. Shall we get my first guest out, ladies and gentlemen? He's like a human Wikipedia in that he knows a million facts, but most of them are, of course, wrong. Will you please welcome Mr. Alan Davis?
Come on, then.
Hold on a sec.
I'm already down. I'm down.
He's down. Alan is an adult. He's doing this his own free will, ladies and gentlemen. No bullying's involved there.
I feel like it's going to go forwards. Am I going to go?
Can I be honest with you, though? That's not the view I'm most looking forward to tonight. OK, let's see it. Let's get some music.
I just caught a shot of Barry and Eva looking really worried.
That's not it. No. Swing at the body. No. That's it. That's it. And that's it. All the way.
Target back. Target. Oh, this is like being at the fair at Hampstead. It's coming off the floor.
Alan Davis, ladies and gentlemen. Magnificent. Well,
I've got to reverse back into my chair now.
Well, thanks for coming on the show, Mr. Alan Davis, ladies and gentlemen. I've had a bigger workout than you, though, I think.
No, I'm really out of breath. Don't put Barry Manilow on there.
Why not?
You'll kill him.
He's right.
He's it. People want to hear him sing. He won't be able to sing in this condition.
I'm hoping he will sing while he's on it. I'm hoping that'll be the version of Mandy everyone remembers. Oh, Mandy! So, listen, here's the exciting news that Alan is having a baby, ladies and gentlemen. Him and his wife are having a baby. Due Christmas, is the baby due?
Yeah, it's due in December, yes.
There's a baby coming out at Christmas and he's come on the show to promote it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to plug my baby. It's available in all good shops.
What is the baby going to be? Do you know yet?
It's going to be a little girl.
Oh, how lovely. And do you have names lined up?
I don't know what to call it. Maybe Ava. Ava's a good name.
Ava's a good name.
Yeah.
Ava's a lovely name.
I was going to go Susie, but I've got a lisp, so it's a double-barrelled lisp.
That'd be something else. Foofy.
Foofy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Same reason none of my kids could be called Richard or Robert, any of those things, you know. You've got to take that into account, haven't you?
Yeah.
OK, now, Jonathan Creek. Who here doesn't love Jonathan Creek? It's a great show, Jonathan Creek, isn't it? I love you, Jonathan Creek, and I was thrilled that you came out, you did a special, and you've got another special coming back.
Yeah, we start shooting it. Well, the one that we did is coming out on DVD. It's called The Grinning Man.
The Grinning Man, OK.
That was out on Newsday, and we're doing another one, but we shoot it in a couple of weeks, and that'll be out in next year.
How long does a special take longer to shoot than a regular episode we used to them, or is it more or less the same?
It takes about 3 hours to shoot.
OK. So, about twice as long as it takes to watch.
Yeah, we rush through it.
Do you have to change your appearance for it? Do you sort of, like, de-creak yourself when you're not doing the show, or do you always look more or less the same?
I slightly hold my stomach in.
Oh, OK. Of course, yeah.
Slightly hold my stomach in. And I resist the temptation to do anything.
Yeah, with the hair.
Try and keep my head still.
Well, the hair is going a bit grey, I've just noticed.
I know, but isn't that distinguished?
Not really.
You've been very cunning with yours, haven't you, over the years?
Well, I don't do anything with mine. What are you talking about?
I think that's very clever.
I don't do... What are you talking about?
You started early and you've gradually worked it in. That's clever. That's very clever. See, I've left it too late. If I started doing what you do now, people would go, oh, he's died it. But you started when you were 19.
There's only one way of me proving this to you, and that'll have to take place after the show, Alan Davis.
But those ones.
I'm gonna like it. If you go completely grey, I have an idea for it. You could maybe replace Margaret in The Apprentice.
Love Margaret. So she's got the best angry face on television, isn't she? Oh, that face of despair.
Well,
she does.
I love The Apprentice. I love most reality TV. I was disappointed to hear that Big Brother, they're going to stop making this show. I know audiences declined, and obviously it's inevitable, I guess, but I loved it. You were a huge fan way back when.
It was at the beginning. I liked it at the beginning when they just put them in a house and then they got on with it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it when they put raging lunatics in the house who were, frankly, should have been arrested before they got in there.
Yeah. Now they let those people go straight on the X Factor, don't they?
Yeah.
But so you don't watch the show, you stopped watching it then?
I stopped watching it,
because you famously, at the time, and it was quite a big news story, wasn't it? You bought the chair, you bought the
chair.
original...
I've still got the original diary room chair.
And do you, where is it in the house? Is it in a private place somewhere?
It's in the living room.
But you don't make a big deal about it?
It's got some blankets on it at the moment and an old bag. I'm not treating it with the respect it deserves.
You're treating it like most people treat their running machines.
I might put it on eBay.
Yeah, would you really? You'd get rid of it now? I think you should hold on to it.
Well, I do. I'm a bit of a hoarder. I've got everything, virtually everything I've ever owned. I don't throw things away.
And where do you put it all? You have it in storage or in the house?
I've got it in boxes in the house. And you rummage in there. Think, oh, there's that thing. Oh. And then I start reading it. Really should throw that away. Put it back in the box, go and do something else.
Yeah.
Can't really get rid of it.
That's good, because you need a kind of destination if you're pottering. And you can go over to one of those boxes, waste a couple of hours just sifting through stuff.
Yeah, I can do that.
What kind of mementos do you have in there then? It's like school stuff, it's grown-up stuff, early stuff in your career?
Yeah. Got an excellent Debbie Harry calendar from 1981.
Wow, wow.
Very pleased with that.
No, nice. That was her prime years, I think, wasn't it?
I think you'll find.
Yeah. So all this must have come in very handy for the book that you've got out, which is it's kind of a ramble through some of your adolescent memories and yearnings.
That's really what it is. I wrote a book about, well, it's called My Favourite People, and it goes from when I was about 11 or 12, which is when I started going out the house unaccompanied.
Yeah.
And right up to when I started doing stand-up in 1988. So it was that decade of complete change of growing up through adolescence into, you know, no longer a boy, not yet a man sort of area.
But what's interesting about it is, and I've very much enjoyed reading it, it's not really an autobiography as such, but it obviously has a lot of autobiography in it. It's about
stories
you,
yeah.
But it's not you know, the story of your life as such. It's as much about the things that caught your mind and your eye at that time, isn't it?
People who inspired me, or things I liked, or were influential. Sometimes people are influential just for a week, you know, a year when you're that age can go on forever.
Oh, isn't it great though? Summers go on for decades.
They go on for years. Summer holidays is about 15 years long.
There's some great pictures of people from the period. There's some funny ones of you. Look, can we see that one of Alan when he was in the photo booth when he was a kid here? Like, what a sweet little boy. Here he is. So that's you about 12, isn't it?
Yeah, now you see that bottom picture there?
Yeah.
That's me trying what I thought was quite a cool half smile.
Why did you want to do that?
Because I couldn't work out how to smile. Incredibly self-conscious at that age.
Yeah.
Every time anyone speaks to you, you just blush. So I kind of worked on this thing that I think I'd seen James Dean do it. Kind of like that. Just looked like you've had a stroke at 12.
You do look a little bit the worse for wear there. I thought maybe you'd tried cider for the first time or something.
I'd be better off just doing the top one.
Yeah. Who were your heroes at that age?
That age, it was mainly Starsky, out of Starsky and Hutch.
Hold it, was Starsky Paul Michael Glaser, was he David Soul?
Paul Michael Glaser,
He was Paul Michael Glaser. So you went for him because he wasn't the good-looking one. He wasn't the cool one. I know why you went for him.
Why?
Curly hair.
Well, then I didn't even know I had curly hair.
What?
Because I just had short back and sides all through my childhood. That's about as long as my hair ever got, that picture.
Well, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why your hair was kept that way, to save you from the terrible truth.
Even though our school didn't have a school uniform, we were still given a grey shirt and black trousers to wear and a short back and sides. Me and my brother, we look absolutely like rejects from Lord of the Flies. Like, we just come off the set of the... There's those two black and white kids. Why are they in the colour school?
You know what? You'll find out in about 5 years' time that you actually ginger as well, but your dad's still coming at night and dyeing your hair.
How long have you been doing that? It's unbelievable. It's so subtle, though.
I do not dye my hair.
It's incredible.
And welcome to Friday Night with me, Jonathan Ross.
Welcome to Alan Carr China!
So was it that age? When did you think, OK, I'm going to be a comedian? Was it that age? Was it, did it form early on, or was it just you saw other people doing it and thought, I'd like to try
It didn't at all. I mean, it didn't at all when I was at school. No, not at all. And then I left school...
Were you the funny kid at school, though? Is it that classic story?
No, I hated school. I didn't like it. I just sat like this is crap.
And were you any good at school?
No, the whole thing was a disaster.
So no good at school?
The only thing I was good at was nicking stuff. I was really good at nicking stuff.
That can serve you in good stead, I suppose.
So, you know, that kept me up with my peers. But then I went to college and I did drama O-level, which I didn't really plan to do, but it's part of the course. And then I thought, oh, I quite like this.
So why don't you do comedy now? Because it was something you were good at, and I got the feeling when you were performing that it was something that made you happy. That you
I really loved it on the circuit. I really loved it when if you're going out of town for a gig and there's 4 of you in the car, or there's always other people on the bill. That was great fun. But touring on your own didn't suit me at all.
So doing a big tour wasn't your cup of tea?
You go and there's loads of people, it's great, and it's just you. And being on stage is fine, and then afterwards, it's just, you know what to talk to.
Hotel room. Adult movie.
Can we have any food? Oh no, kitchen's closed. You can have a sandwich. What sort of sandwich? Cheese? Great.
Yeah.
That's
not that exciting.
Not fun.
Well, what about doing it again with some friends then? What about getting a few friends?
QI's a bit like that though, for me. Yeah. We do QI, and if we get Bill on, or Joe Brand, or Sean Locke, or people like Phil Jupiters, or people I've known for 20 years.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit like a bit of a reunion.
How many have you done over the last few years?
We've done 7 series.
Right. And you're doing...
nearly 100 shows.
Fans know now that each series deals with a different letter of the alphabet.
That's right, yeah.
So theoretically...
Theoretically, we've got another 19 years to go.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll be in our 60s.
It'd be kind of great if you were.
Yeah, I'll be well grey then.
Okay. I
so die this in the morning.
Yeah. You're not the best informed person on the show.
Yeah, you can say that.
Has to be said. Well, it's been said.
Well, in the early series, people wouldn't press the button and answer. People get a bit afraid that it's a panel show. Is it going to be really competitive?
And Stephen Fry is there, who seems to know everything.
He knows loads of things. He's got all this research on the card, and he's there. And so it was kind of on me to hit the button and say the obvious thing.
Yeah.
And then after about 3 series, I said, I don't want to do that anymore. I feel really stupid. People think I'm stupid. It's affecting my life. Before I go, people go, idiot. So I'm not going to do it. So they said, if you don't press the button, we haven't got a show. And they said, really, it was a bit set up, this kind of schoolmaster and dunce thing.
Yeah. But it's funny, and it works well.
It works really well. But now, everyone who comes on, most people come on, they've been on a lot, so they just get on with it, and I can watch, really.
And how close are you with Stephen? How friendly are you off camera?
We don't get on at all.
No, you do.
No, he's great, he's lovely.
But is he intimidating you? Because I love the man, like most people do, but I'm intimidated when I meet him always, and I always fear that he's going to ask me to play Scrabble or something. You know, it's a terror I have. Or say...
You fear he'll ask you to play Scrabble? Play Scrabble with me, Jonathan.
What if you got stuck in a lift? This is my nightmare, right? You're stuck in a lift with Stephen Fry, he goes, I have pocket Scrabble. Peccadillinatus. And you go, is that a word? I don't know. Well, I don't know whether it's a word.
It is now. No, he's not at all like that. So, in fact, I think he really enjoys the show now.
Yeah.
I think in the first couple of series, it was quite... We didn't really know what we were doing.
Yeah.
And I think he thought he had to be more in charge.
But it's so weird. It's one of those things where it isn't about the scores and it isn't about winning as such.
I don't know how the scores work.
Yeah.
Frankly, I think it's a disgrace. I got minus 74 one week. How's that possible?
Minus 74.
I didn't answer 74 questions. I didn't get that many wrong.
I have some of the facts and some of the answers you've given over the years here, and I thought I'd test you and see, because you could learn from QI, but I don't know whether Alan has learned from QI. So these are some answers you've given, and I've got the correct answer. I've got what you said, and I've got what the correct answer is, and I want to see if any of it has stuck in that adorable grey-haired head of yours. So, here's some tricky questions. This is what questions that Stephen asked on the show. How much of the Earth is water?
Now that's a trick question, because I answered 2/3.
No, you answered 75%.
Yeah, but it's a trick question, because it's not... They weren't asking about the surface, they were asking about the actual amount of water.
How much of the Earth is water?
And actually, how much of the Earth is a tiny amount. Because the water's only on the top.
How much is that tiny amount?
It's about 3%.
It's less than a 50th of 1%.
Less than a 50th of 1%.
Yeah,
so still way out.
Well, you got that right, though. I would say he got that right, ladies and gentlemen. I think that was pretty good. You remembered that. I think you'll get the next one. What is the main ingredient of air?
Oh, well, that's oxygen.
No, that's what you said last time. It's nitrogen.
It's nitrogen. Oh.
So you haven't earned that. All right. So you've got one right, one wrong.
And they just know in the gallery that I'm going to get it wrong.
All right. Who invented the original theory of relativity?
Well, I was going to say Einstein, won't I?
I don't know, will you?
Yeah, I would say Einstein. Yeah.
Fancy a game of Scrabble, dummy. You said Einstein, and you were wrong. It's Galileo.
Oh, Galileo.
Apparently, it's Galileo, the original theory of relativity.
Galileo.
So you've learned.
Can you do the fandango?
That's where you're going wrong. You shouldn't try and get that sort of information from songs. Anyway, good luck with the baby.
Thank you.
I can't wait for the new Jonathan Creek. I'm very excited about that. When's it on? Christmas? It'll be a Christmas.
No, I think it's going to be in Easter.
Oh, Easter.
Yeah.
And I love the book. It's a great read. It's really good fun. I enjoyed it. I'm assuming you're going to do more.
Well, I shall try.
What do you mean you try?
I shall try. It's not a bad thing to say.
Well, it's odd. Well, are you, aren't you?
Yeah, OK, yes,
What do you mean I'm going to try it? How hard is it to write?
No, you don't go the. I've browsed your book, and yes, you clearly did go the.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree, he's a fabulous guest, Mr. Alan Davis. Alan Davis, ladies and gentlemen. Now, shall we get my next guest out, ladies and gentlemen? Will you please welcome the lovely and talented Eva Mendes? How are you joining us?
Really good.
Well, come and sit down. Eva Mendes. Hi. Well, Eva, it's lovely to have you here.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here.
You're looking very well. You're looking very healthy.
Thank you.
You're looking very trim. Do you exercise? Do you work out? Travelling like this, you must be away from your gymnasium and equipment. And in danger of putting on the flab. I happen to have with me the abdominal device, which is free to all guests this evening to use.
Can I see you do it one more time? And
Come
then
on,
let me see.
Okay.
Let me see you do it. Let me see. It's idiotic. Wonderful. Arch your back. Arch your back one.
And I'm in my late 20s. You fancy go over?
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that.
Ava, I wasn't gonna.
That was ridiculous.
Ava, I wasn't gonna watch it from behind. I had a newspaper. I was gonna read the newspaper while you were doing it.
Yeah. Not
Okay,
happening.
that's one YouTube clip we won't be seeing then.
No.
How lovely to have you here. Now, let me ask you about your family and your background. You were born in America, is that right?
Yes.
But your parents, are they from Cuba?
Yeah, my parents are Cuban.
Wow.
And I was the only one in my family born in the States.
So your other brothers and sisters, you have, is it 3 or 4 siblings?
I have 2 sisters and a brother.
Okay. So they were born in Cuba?
They were all born in Cuba,
Wow,
yes.
exciting. So what do the rest of your family do? Are you the only performer in the family? Does anyone else act?
Well, I'm the only performer that gets paid for performing, yes.
But does anyone else do acting or anything like that? Any
No,
dramatic stuff?
they're characters, but no, they don't.
And so was it always on the cards for you, or did you show talent early? What happened?
Actually, when I was really little, I was like a really prude little girl, actually. Well, I guess it's good to be a prude little girl, because it might be anything else.
They get called something else. Yeah.
No, but I was really uptight, and like from the ages of, like when I was 5 years old, I told my mother that I wanted to be a nun. And we weren't really religious or anything, but I just thought I want to be a nun and serve God.
So what was it about? What was it? It was just the.
Well, I don't know. I was 5. I don't really remember, but I remember wanting to be a nun. And then I grew up. You know, we didn't grow up poor certainly, but lower middle class. So a lot of bills piling up, and I saw my mother worry quite often about money. So I'd always promise her that I was going to pay her bills and buy her a big house when I was older. And when I was about 8 or 9, my older sister said, they call me Evie. She's like, Evie, you know, how are you going to do all this stuff for Mom? You know, nuns don't get paid. And I went, what? I was like, nuns don't get paid? That was it.
That is quite a sheltered life, thinking nuns were rolling in the cash there. Like, what do you know doing? Hiding it under their habits or something? It was like, they take that off and it's all dollar bills all the way inside.
I have a feeling it wouldn't have worked out
But then
anyway,
again, you know, God's loss is our gain, because of course we get to see. Do you find, like I have occasionally, that being exceptionally good-looking can hold you back in some ways? For example, you get offered only certain parts. I mean, obviously that's a bit of a joke, but you're seen as this beautiful woman on screen, and maybe you don't get the serious roles. Is that the case? I've not seen you in serious films, but
no, I think that's up to me and how I choose to conduct myself and how far I go. You know, like as far as like how much I really want to stretch myself in my craft, and like I still go to acting school, and you know I'm always ready and willing to like just do something offbeat as far as a role or take a chance. They don't come that often, and that's why I produce my own stuff as well and stuff like that. But I think that's all in your control. Like, and I think I'm pretty unconventional. I think I can be as pretty as I am ugly. Not ugly, but you know what I mean? Like, I think I'm unconventional, and I kind of work that sometimes, so.
So you mean you can sometimes not glam it up? You
Yeah,
don't always.
exactly. I have big teeth and got a strong nose. I don't know. I can kind of make myself not as cute.
I can see everyone's thinking, yeah, she's ugly. You know, what are you talking about?
No, but I can play it up or play it down.
Right, I see. You know
what I mean?
Yeah, you can scrub yourself off a bit and whatever.
I never said I could scrub myself off.
No, that's not a euphemism for anything.
That is very strange.
I mean, like, when you're polished up and then you scrub off the makeup. I didn't mean anything like that. If I would say that to someone who was nearly a nun. Let me ask you about the modelling work, you know, because I didn't know whether you'd come to your career via modelling or whether that had come as a byproduct of being in movies, but I guess that's the case. You've been in films, and what was the first modelling campaign you did? What was the first modelling piece of work that came your way?
Gosh, I think it's Calvin Klein. I had a makeup contract early on, but you know, Calvin Klein is the thing I'm most proud of, and
wow.
And yeah,
that's the new one.
Yeah,
that's pretty big. We're going to show you some pictures of that. And here we go. And these are some hot and steamy pictures. I don't think we've seen them. Have they been used over here yet? Do you know? Have they been in magazines? Have you seen them? Yeah, I haven't seen them yet. I guess they'll be on posters and in magazines here. And this looks like it was fun to shoot, I imagine, because there's a very good-looking fella in here with you.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Eva there. Wow, that's hot and salty.
Yeah, that's Jamie Dornan. He's an actor and a really incredibly gorgeous-looking guy. Yeah. Yes.
I'll look at him in a minute. And what are you wearing there? You're wearing jeans on the bottom. On the top, are you oiled up? What have they done?
I am. I'm actually, they doused us with oil.
There you are.
Yeah.
What kind of oil is that? Like a cooking oil or a suntan oil?
It's like a baby oil of sorts.
Oil.
Yes.
I can almost smell it.
Ah.
And the jeans, these are, believe it or not, even though look, you've got such a lovely face there. What jeans are they? These are special jeans that are meant to enhance parts of your body.
These are actually, it's called body jeans, and they're really amazing because for the women, they kind of give us that little extra lift we need on the backside, and they kind of you know, push and suck things up and in.
Like that.
Okay, and then, and for the male, listen up, for the male genes, they're actually enhancing genes. Yes?
You mean? Mm-hmm. But why would that be a good thing? Because for ladies, surely you're being fooled because what's in the shop window isn't actually for sale.
Well, but we fool you guys all the time, so why not,
Don't tell us that!
Oh, come on, the heels.
Yeah, the chicken fillets.
Makeup, the
that.
chicken fillets.
You know the chicken fillets? Do you not call them the chicken fillets in America? What do you call them in America?
The chicken fillets,
Where's
yeah.
the chicken fillets? Don't say I haven't seen
I
them.
just didn't expect
I tried to cook one once. I thought it was actually a piece of chicken. I put it in the wok. I was trying to stir fry it up. Tasted okay. But way back when, early, you did. You were in a couple of pop videos as well, weren't you?
Yeah.
You did one with Will Smith, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So when you then worked with Will in Hitch later on, did he say, "Wow, I remember you were in that video we did years ago for Miami"? And...
Nope.
Oh,
I went into that meeting, you know, they were like, Will Smith wants to meet you. He loved your work in whatever, and he wants to sit down with you. And I thought, oh, great. I will totally have something on these other girls because I've worked with him before.
Yeah, yeah.
I was in his music video. So I go in and I see him and I'm like, hi. You know, and he's just like, hi, you know. And I'm like, so how you been, you know? And just no clue. Absolutely no clue. But, you know, just no clue. Which
we
was,
have
yeah,
the clip of here of Eva Mendes in this studio. Yeah, we do. If you don't know which one she is, look out for the nun in the background. When was this film?
This is my first year of acting. This was 11 years ago.
Because you were asked to be in a few rap and hip hop type things, and you said.
Yes, I was. I did 2 videos. My first time on camera ever was doing a music video for Aerosmith, and then I did a Will Smith video. And, you know, there was one video that, you know, when you're first starting out, like your first year, you're just desperate for work, and you need to pay the rent, and you're no longer at mom's house. So I was going out for videos and stuff like that. So I go out for this one rap video, and I will not say the name of this certain rapper because I'm not, but just I'm not saying this to be
Is he still rapping today?
Yeah.
He is still rapping today?
Yeah.
Is he still a popular rapper today?
Yeah.
Is he, he's an American rapper, of course.
Yeah.
Has he got the words 50 and cent in his name?
Nuh-uh.
Does he have the words jar and rule in his name?
No. Okay, so anyway, so I'm there, right? So I go and you know, they said, oh, they want you for this rap video and da-da, and I said, okay, but I have 2 rules, no bikinis and no gyrating or dancing like exotically. Yes.
Well,
they're
good rules because they have those ladies in the background sometimes who are doing all the boom, 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 boom. Anyway, you said no bikinis,
well, I said
nothing.
no bikinis and no gyrating. They're like, absolutely, just, you know, show up on set and, you know, completely, don't worry about it, we're taking care of you. So I go to set, and there's a holding suite for a couple of the girls. There's me and like 2 other girls or something. There's a holding suite, and I go into the holding suite, and I'm like, where's our wardrobe? And they're like, don't worry, relax, it'll be a while. So finally, I leave the holding suite, and I go to the wardrobe room, and I said, can I just see what I'm gonna wear? I just really need to know. So, well, they show it to me, and technically it's not a bikini because it has like sequins all over it, so you can't go in the water with it, but it's basically a bra and underwear. And I thought, I can't do this. I said I wouldn't do this, and you know, integrity, yet I have to pay bills, integrity, what, okay? And then, so I take my sequins bikini, underwear and bra thing, and I'm like, all right, maybe I'll just try it on and see what happens. So I'm on my way back to my holding suite, and I see a sign on the door that I didn't see before that says, holding suite for cash money hoes.
And presumably you weren't the cash or the money in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they could have just said, so was there someone dressed as cash and money? Or was that just to fool everyone?
I don't know.
So you were going to be a...
yes.
That's what... Oh.
So I walked. I took my dignity and I walked.
And I hope you took the swimwear as well.
No, that's that.
Okay, we have a clip of... This isn't... no, we don't have a clip of that.
Oh.
Although Jay-Z is on the show next week. No, we have a clip instead of... this is you with Will Smith in Miami. Who was that? Were you meant to be driving? Or was
so when did you start dyeing that thing?
Dynamite! Now, Eva, what do you do to unwind? What are your hobbies?
I've tried taking up bongo lessons.
Any good?
I'm pretty good.
Pretty good?
But I'm not that good.
Not good.
Yeah. There is a rhythm. There is a language of the bongo. I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, come on. I'm not good.
Eva, here's what we're going to ask Eva. Eva,
Yes.
here's the deal.
Yeah.
It's bongo
Yes.
or it's abs.
Oh, that is cruel. That's a mean. You're a mean
But
man.
if you do abs, I'll keep rhythm with a...
I don't even know what I would do. Like, I really
been having
don't
lessons.
know.
How long have you been having lessons
terrible
for?
at this.
Okay.
I don't really know
I've got
what
smaller
I'm
ones here if
doing.
you want.
Oh, jeez. Well, like,
Well-
give me, like, thanks, okay. Oh, wait, no, you're throwing me off. Never mind. No, you see, I don't know what I'm
Oh,
doing.
can you imagine living with her? Imagine what it'd be like.
I mean, that's...
That was pretty good. And that was great. And you were bullied into it. Eva. Oh, how lovely to have you on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree, a lovely, charming guest, Eva Mendes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was so fun.
Thank you for coming over here.
That was fun.
That was good.
Had some
Thank you.
time.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
glad you did enjoy it.
Bye.
Eva Mendes. With a lovely dress as well. Shall I get my next guest out, ladies and gentlemen? Will you please welcome the one, the only, Mr. Barry Manilow.
I brought
Wow.
my own water.
You brought some water along.
Look, I brought my own water.
Oh, this says your name on it. Where
It
does one...
Only because I'm working in Las Vegas. Everybody that works in Las Vegas, they give you your own store, your merchandising store. So look, I've got my own water.
Barry's
Look.
water. But you can't buy that in regular places. You can't get
No,
that...
no, you can only get it in
You
the
buy,
in
do
the
people
store.
come and drink it at the show and enjoy it and wave it at you? Do they actually
They
sign
do,
bottles
and
that kind
other
of thing?
things. And other things. So I brought my second thing for you. Wait till you see this. Look what they're selling in my store.
Oh, good heavens above.
It's not a G string, it's a B string.
It's a B string. Okay, Barry.
Your queen could have gotten
I'm going to
into
put
those.
this on after the show, and I'm going to wear
Me
this
or
home
you?
and
Yeah.
surprise my wife.
It's all yours.
You don't have one that's just
all
a
yours.
little bit larger, do
You
you?
don't, tell me,
'Cause
you don't think you'd fit into that thing.
this
do
is
you?
like,
No,
I'll
it's
tell
a
you
gal's
what,
thing. It's a
I
girl's
won't
thing.
fit on this, but I
It's
can
a
put
girl's
this...
thing. It's a girl's thing.
Or I'll put it on one of my dogs.
All right.
Mr. Pickle could wear it on his
That,
head.
Mr. Pickles will look great in it.
I'm assuming that since you've given me such splendid guests, you'd
Yes.
like to give you an experience
No,
in return.
no. Look. The answer is no. Whoever yelled no, the answer is no. All right? Come on, interview me.
Where's your joie de vivre?
Do something-
Where's your esprit d'adventure? Where's your desire to exercise l'abdominals?
Hey, why don't you do it and I'll play for you or something, all right?
Oh, that'd be good later on.
All right, very good.
Okay, great to have you here. I love having you here. I was listening to your greatest hits today, getting warmed up
You
for
were?
it. Man, yeah, I love a bit of Barry Manilow.
I mean, look at them. Your band is playing these wonderful things,
Yes,
and you
yes.
guys sound great doing it too. You do. They're all singing in tune and everything. Thanks.
That's a first. But it's great to have you here. You're over here
Thank
for the prom in the parks, which is a...
What is that?
It's a big deal. It's a big event. There'll be like 40 or 50,000 people there watching you. You know
That's
that?
all. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that's what they said.
Do you get nervous
As
at
I
all?
as I got closer to the proms, I
event.
realized that it's a real big thing and it's a real big honor to be asked. So I'm getting more and more excited. And there's a huge orchestra on the stage. That's really making me crazy.
And so what numbers are you going to do at the park? Do you have... I mean, I guess you have... this is the act you do in Vegas, I guess? You
No,
can't-
no. We can't do that there. But I've got about an hour's worth of... I'm a very lucky guy, you know.
You've got some great tunes in your back catalogue.
I've got a catalog, you know, and I've got them all orchestrated for a big orchestra, so it should be great.
You performed many of the great songs from what they call the American Songbook, I guess. You've
have.
gone back to the 40s and the 50s and the 60s. What do you like contemporary music? Do you hear artists today that you like the sound of their tunes that you could adapt?
Well, that I can adapt, I don't think like that, but I do listen to the pop radio when I can. I mean, all the years that I've been in the music business. I forced myself to listen to the pop radio. I don't like it, really.
You don't like pop music
I don't.
much?
I would much rather listen to classical music, Broadway music, R&B music, even electronica these days. But pop music, I've got to slog through the crap that's on pop music, and then suddenly Coldplay comes on, or Nickelback comes on, or Gwen Stefani comes on.
Or Jamie T.
Yes,
Yes.
I would love to hear him. I mean, I was talking to him back there. He's got a big #1 album
He's
now,
got
right?
one album, that's right. He's just sitting there, he's just saying how you hate popular music. He's sitting there waiting for throw the man a bone, will you,
Well, I hope it's great.
Yeah, what do you mean hope it? Just say it's great anyway.
No, it's gonna be great. It's good.
What's wrong with just say it's great, or I'll make you go on the machine.
Make him get on. He's younger.
I have the power.
You do.
You signed a contract when you came in. You've got to go on the machine. Welcome to London. So what was the first... When did you realise, OK, I can make a career out of this? When did you think, OK, this is going to happen for me? Not necessarily... Just in the entertainment industry itself. Not necessarily as a star.
Well, it was kind of an oddball beginning I had, because I really didn't want to be a performer. Ever. Never. It never dawned on me.
You didn't really crave that attention, did you, or that?
I didn't. I was very happy to be one of those guys. I would be very...
We should clarify, by which you mean...
Musician.
So, yeah. So.
Yeah, a musician. I was an accompanist, a musician, an arranger, and that's what I would have been very happy to do that. Songwriter, producer, that's where I was heading.
Kind of backstage, behind the scenes.
Anything behind the scenes.
And so, initially you performed with other people. Of course, quite famously, you were with Bette Midler for many years.
I was her accompanist, her music director, her arranger for 3 or 4 years.
A huge talent. You being a license as well. Was there a clash? Was there difficulty between the two? Were there egos?
Not musically. We made some great entertainment together. We were great.
The Divine Miss Ten. But you fell out for a few years, didn't you? You had a bit of a...
I went one way and she went the other way.
Did you go... You had a period where you kind of... would it be fair to say you lost your way a bit, maybe as a person, if not a performer? I've read that you weren't...
Well, after Mandy came out, my life just changed overnight. I was going home at night, bouncing checks, and, accompanying people, and I had a normal life. And then overnight, this record came out, and everything just went upside down. Everything went upside down. And for I would say, the first 2 or 3 years, I did lose my way. That's a good way to put it. I did.
And you were still a comparatively young guy. How old were you when Mandy came out?
I just turned 30-ish.
So it's pretty young, really. I mean, if you're still just working away there...
I don't know how the younger people do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I say a little prayer for all of them. If they're 18 or 19 or early, younger than that, and that kind of success hits... I mean, I went through my asshole period, and I was already in my 30s. I cannot imagine what it does to you if you're in your 15 or 16.
Yeah. Well, young kids, so many go off the rails, of course, unless they've got people around them who are looking out for them.
Yeah.
And then, so how did you find your way back to being the person you want to be, to having the career and the life you want to have? I mean, who helped you back?
Well, I had... My friends didn't leave. My family didn't leave, and when I finally came back down to earth, because I exploded, everybody does. Like you hit that thing at the carnival and the thing. I was up there on Mars for the first 3 years. I didn't know where I was. I was on the road. I was with publicists. I was with agents. Everything changed.
And did you enjoy that experience, or were you unhappy
I hated
at the time?
I hated it. I don't know what had happened. It happened so quickly. And the records kept going, and I still didn't know where I was. And that was me, I was doing the best I could, but that really wasn't me. Yeah. I'm one of the musicians, and I was up there goofing around with a silly Copacabana shirt. So, but you know who really kept me kept me grounded? These people, the public just wouldn't let me go crazy. They kept writing. They kept supporting me, including my family, including my friends. And I finally had to come down to earth and kind of embrace this fame that hit.
So let me ask you about your fans then, because we have a lot of your fans in this evening, of course. You have fans all over the UK, but you also have fans who show their love in different and unusual ways as well. I mean, there are any number of Barry Manilow fan websites. I don't know how many of these you're familiar with.
I only know the one that is the Manilow website that I kind of like.
Well, then you're not familiar then with the website Barry's Cat Loving Fan. The website just for fans of yours who also love cats.
No, I've never.
Who doesn't love cats?
I don't love cats.
Okay, well then you've just lost a lot of fans there. Here's one I like the sound of: Barry's Big Beautiful Ladies.
Wow. No.
Queen Victoria posts on that one,
Yeah.
I think. And here's my two favourites. These are genuine websites. Short and Sweet on Barry, for short ladies who are fans of Barry Manilow.
Oh, where did you find these
These
things?
are all out there on the internet. And then there's this group, and then once again, we're not making this up. We have some screen grabs. This is genuine. Manilow. They're a group of fans of yours who post pictures of you as a mermaid or a merman. This is real. Manilow.
I have to see this.
Well, here's a picture now. This is actually from the website. Look at this. That's. No, we're not making this up.
For God's sake.
Barry, this is for real. That's one. There's another one here.
This.
I don't know why the shark. Look, there's
for
another.
God's sake.
Yeah. And I don't know why you're swimming in a shirt. You're going to ruin that. Yeah. And there's one. I think the shark's got that one. Look, he's got. This is out there on the internet.
What am I doing on this show?
Let me ask you about performing, the way your year is structured, Wiggers, now, because you spend a period of the year performing in Las Vegas, don't you? You have, you have a residency there at one of the big hotels?
Artiste in residence.
Yeah, well, this is the big thing now. All the big acts do this, don't they? I know that Elton John did this for a while, of course. Celine Dion did it for 2.5 years, didn't she? Which hotel are you at there?
More. She did it for 5 years, I think.
5 years?
Yeah, and I'm into my 5th year now.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's remarkable.
It is.
And these are people who come and they know they're going to have a great time in Vegas, but they're going to come and see a big show as well.
No, it's great. I didn't think I could do it. But, I mean, I accepted the gig because I was done being on the road. The road was just killing me, as so many of us. It kills so many of us. I mean, it's a young person's gig. And they offered me this gig at the Hilton, and... well,
that's a classy hotel to be at.
I'll take a chance.
Barry, it's been an absolute joy having you here. Thank you so much. Good luck with the prom in the parks. Not that you need it. It's going to be fantastic. You know, you're welcome back anytime. Thank you for joining us. Barry Manilow, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to all my guests this week. Of course, the great Barry Manilow, Eva Mendes, who was fabulous, and of course, the very funny Mr. Alan Davis. Welcome to Friday Night with me, Jonathan Ross.
Welcome to Alan Carr, China!
Oh, Jesus.
No, I've just been... Oh. Don't patronise me, Alicia.